tubers, welcome back to Maxwell Starr's beer review. Today we're going to take a look at number 2 of the Gas Station Lambic series. Going to take a look at Hanssens Artisinaal Oude Gueuze. Each bottle matured for over 3 years. This is another one that Heist Almighty here picked up in a gas station in Bangor, Maine, next door to a mall, full of crackheads.
There weren't that many crackheads.
There weren't that many crackheads.
Strange Chinese masseurs, but not that many crackheads.
Alright. Okay. Anyway, a Gueuze is a blend of several different batches of lambics that are matured for at least 2 years afterwards. Let's see if we get a huge cork explosion into this one.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
We didn't have anything from...
Oh, a little bit.
Ooh, that was good. That one had some bounce to it. That came up almost as high as the fridge.
Yeah.
Not as impressive as the Grand, what is that, that Grand Cuvée from Lindemans?
Yeah, that nearly took our eyes out.
No, but pretty close. Anyway, let's give this a pour and take a look. Now, we've had a Gueuze before.
Yep.
But generally they're associated with a very, very, very sour type of beer that is made with, like lambics are in general brewed with wild yeast. Like, they take the brew kettle and they have vents that point to the great outdoors, and the natural air yeasts that are in the air will actually impregnate the beer and ferment it that way, spontaneously. So it's not predictable, the flavors aren't always predictable.
That's kind of why they blend them, to balance out some of the extremities, I think.
Yeah, and they basically did the same thing here with Hanssens Artisinaal. And it's probably going to be something along the lines of what that Lindemans Grand Cuvée was, the Lindemans Gueuze.
The smell on this is very strong. Even from this distance, I'm picking up something.
Ooh. It's not as...
It's pretty golden. I'll lit up the light. It's gold. It's hazy. Maybe even cloudy.
little orangey gold, brassy almost.
The carbonation is not quite as lively in this one as I have seen in some other lambics, but it's there.
It's got the sourness, that almost that funky yeast kind of smell to it, but it's also got some nice notes of like fruits, like grape or...
And some nice notes of cheese and feet and old basement.
Wow, there is the old basement and there is the old cheese, but...
Who left this newspaper out in the rain?
You shut up. It's not bad. As far as this isn't as potently strong smelly as the Lindemans was, but it's nice and mild, and I'm actually picking up more and more of the fruits.
It isn't quite as feedy as the other one was.
Dude.
What? It isn't. What?
All right. Yeah, but no. Come on, are you at least picking up some of the fruitiness to it? God. You know what? I'm actually not as repulsed by the smell of this one. I wasn't so much repulsed by that one either. It's just that, I mean, I was expecting something strange, but
maybe
this one is nice and
we've just learned to brace ourselves.
Maybe we know what to expect.
Maybe.
Or like, get over that, stop smelling that feet and old basement mildew, and go right back to the fruity flavors.
Nice.
There is some nice, like,
fruity, malty, yeasty kind of thing going on.
Yeah, that fruity, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That it's almost like a white grape or something.
Sure, okay.
Almost pear. Whatever. Down the hatch.
Down the hatch.
It's not bad.
I can see through time.
Yeah, I'm getting used to lambics.
I think this one's a little milder.
It's very sour. It's definitely milder than the other ones we've had.
I'm getting a little bit of bitterness too.
A little bit of bitterness.
A little bit.
I don't know if they used hops so much in it. I'm almost getting like this little bit of like a ring of earthy bitterness around the very back.
It's almost like a dry, fungusy bitterness.
Yeah, like a little thin ring of... That almost goes in with
mushroom
this,
or yeast or something
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Spores.
They're colonizing our tract as we speak.
But it's got a very tannic almost quality to it, like a tannic, like that rind off the berry kind of sourness to it.
Hooray for live beer.
But it's not what I would consider intensely sour as much as, like, say, the Lindemans or the old Crike we just had from these same guys here.
No, after the first drink, I am no longer having my face turn inside out every time I take a drink.
It's not as a massive of a malt bomb, or sorry, of a sour bomb as the other ones were. This one actually I'm finding really smooth.
It is much more balanced, and the key word here is more.
It's very dry and tasty, and like a citrusy, earthy bitterness.
The fact that some bitterness managed to find its way in here is kind of impressive.
A little bit of like some fruity flavors, like the white grape I was speaking of before, and something else.
Du fromage?
No. Some kind of sour berry. I'll have to think about it.
Let's think about it.
You want to think about it?
Let's think about it.
Alright, we'll think about it. We'll be right back, guys. And we're back with Gas Station Lambic number 2, Hanssens Artisinaal Old Gueuze Lambic. So, what do we think about this one?
It's rich in goozly goodness.
It's great. You know what? Actually, as for a goose, I'm actually liking this one. We kind of agreed during the break that little funky taste, that little berry taste was lychee. Almost like lychee, some kind of Asian berry, if anybody's ever had that one. I think it actually
we could be reaching here, we don't know.
We don't know. We're trying to grab at straws and we're picking flavors out of it, but typically that's part of what beer is.
Yeah.
Things vary, variations on beer of all types from batch to batch, except for, you know, big macros and have test tube stuff.
Factory.
And I'm finding this one, it's not overpoweringly sour, and it's also really nice and smooth and drinkable for a goose, for a lambic in general. And I'm actually really enjoying this. What do you think?
I'm almost disappointed in the sense that my face hasn't turned inside out from how sour it is. The fact that I can kind of drink this and not wonder why the hell I'm drinking this is almost a letdown.
You're almost disappointed by the fact you're able to drink this beer.
A little bit, yeah.
But you know what? I actually really approve of it. This is like one of the first lambic beers that I've actually can safely say, first goose beer, the first goose for me, that I actually like. That I would actually drink again if I had the chance. Might be stretching a little, but still, I do appreciate this beer.
Hogan Road
Very
Deli.
high quality. Hogan Road Deli.
Hogan Road Deli.
Is that what the gas station was called?
It's what it was called, yes.
The Hogan Road Deli in Bangor. So if you're ever down there, take a look for this one. Avoid the Crike because it was sour, puckering, crazy.
Unless that's what you like. We're not here to judge.
That's what you like. We're not here to judge because some people love the sour beers. Personally, I like the big malty and the big hoppy beers, but as far as something that's in lambic style, this is one I would approve of, and this is one I do approve of, and as such, I'm going to give it
the Maxwell Starr seal of approval.
I'm going to give it a high 4 out of 5. A high 4. What do you think?
I'm going to say 3 3/4.
3 3/4?
Yeah.
I'm stretching here, but I actually got to say, as far as lambics go, I like it. I do like it. Anyway, high 4 for me. A high 3.5 for Heist Almighty.
Not sour enough.
Not sour enough, damn it.
I want more sour.
We'll talk to you guys later.
I'm not crying, it's not sour enough.
We'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.
Dude.